It was dangerous. I had a few run-ins. I had a few persons who placed orders who weren't real people, you
Oh my God.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few run-ins and driving around with my kids in the back of my vehicle, but I had a goal. I had to do what I had to do, but I had to, take little precautions here and there. By the end of the day, the business had to grow.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Today we have Michelle Batiste, who is a Caribbean entrepreneur, a mother, and a founder of Select Fit, a fast-growing wellness shapewear brand. And she's going to tell us a little bit about that as we get into the interview. This month, of course, is Stress Awareness Month and Financial Literacy Month, and they both intersect. So we're going to have a conversation around that and how women can benefit from what Michelle is doing. Michelle, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, morning. Thank you so much.
All right. So let's get going with this. You are an entrepreneur, you're a mother,
Right.
you're a founder of a brand. How are you
Yeah.
juggling all of this together? Give us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, it's crazy. A lot of meditation. A lot of meditation. It's crazy. So it's a lot of balance. But once you have your goal set for daily goal, weekly goal, monthly goal, quarterly goal, annual goal, you're good to go. I write things down a lot. I don't try to move from memory. Everything is pen and paper.
You know, people talk about stress all the time. What in your view is stress though? How do you view stress?
So stress for me is an indicator that I need to do things a little bit differently in some regards. That I need to delegate in some regards, and I try to do everything myself. And sometimes I just need to sleep. It's just stop and
I
sleep.
got you. And we've had so much discussion around financial literacy, but it's so highfalutin that like the ordinary man really does not understand financial literacy. People come and they
Right.
talk, economists talk,
Right.
bankers talk, and people still don't get it. What in your view is financial literacy?
So financial literacy is to have an understanding of what is coming in and what is going out. You have a clear idea of your overhead expenses and what it takes to run your family, your business, or your business. It's clear.
So let's get into your business, Select Fit, a little bit. What is it all about? How did you start?
So I started online selling shapewear. I used to drive around through Trinidad and sell to people online from Facebook and stuff from the back of my car while
Wow.
working a full-time job. And then when COVID hit, I had no choice. Is that the company I was working for or my business? So I resigned my job and I went full in to my
Wow.
business. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Was a,
Did you go
was a
all
big
over
job.
Trinidad or just part like the Port of Spain area? Did you go all over Trinidad or just
All over from Toco. I know this whole country like the back of my hand. All over.
wow?
Yeah.
But,
It was
but
tough.
wasn't that a bit dangerous for you? Did you feel uncomfortable doing it? I mean, like,
It was dangerous. I had a few run-ins. I had a few persons who placed orders who weren't real people, you
oh my God.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a few run-ins and driving around with my kids in the back of my vehicle, but I had a goal. I had to do what I had to do, but I had to, take little precautions here and there. By the end of the day, the business had to grow.
So now that you said that, it comes to this question.
Right.
How did your personal journey shape the way you approach business and success today?
It did because I grew up having nothing. I was homeless for a period. I always tell people I ate ice and drank water for years.
Wow.
So it's very easy for me to have money and not have to spend money because I've never had money, if you understand. So it's not something that I have to have this Prada bag or this Gucci. Nothing has changed with me. My money goes straight back into my business. And because of my experiences, I understand why it's important to be literate financially and not to take the early money, the profits coming in from your business within the first 3 years and to take it and buy a house and car and all these foolish things. Is a reinvestment. So my struggles taught me those lessons.
That moves us to some of the early signs that a woman is building what you call in a way that is not sustainable, because you just talked about not taking the early sort of monies in the first 2-3 years and splurging like some people want to do, but putting it back in the business for it to
Right.
grow. So what are some of the signs do you think that people should look for that it's not going to be sustainable?
So if it is you do not have enough cash flow to operate from early o'clock, if it is you look at your budget and your expenses and you see that your expenses is great or you're just breaking even or in some cases exceeding your income, you know that you are doing something drastically wrong. If the movement of your goods is not within like a 6-week cycle, You know that something is wrong. Yeah.
Wow. I guess if all that stuff shows up very early, you're gonna be under a lot of stress because you just started
Yes.
really. So
Yes.
the thing now is then what system or habits have helped you manage stress while running your business?
Right.
What are some?
So I've always endured my cortisol levels have been very high
Wow.
over the past decade.
Wow.
But I am a visionary. I have a vision. So I take everything in buckets and drips because I
Hmm.
understand that there is an end game to everything. If you don't have a vision, then stress will just be stress and you just go crazy. But
Wow.
I believe in vision. I believe in writing. I believe in being systematic. I believe in strategy and planning. I'm very good at that, and that is essential to develop a business.
How do you balance being a mother and an entrepreneur and a leader without being burnt out? Because I see so many women who try, to get started and they have a child, like you said, your children,
Yeah,
someone not married, so they're on their own, struggling with two or three. And I mean, how do
yeah.
you do it? How do you do it?
Well, I have three kids, and what I did, I am a big follower, or was, of Miles Monroe when he said time equals life. So
Hmm.
I don't have a watch. I don't operate based on the time that is given to us here.
Okay.
To operate within like a 24 hours. So meaning that you don't have to go between like 8 and 4 or 9 and 5. I don't operate within these parameters. So having removed that time, it removes the pressure. You understand? So I just have things that just needs to be done and just to get done. And when it's done, and that's it. I've moved time. When you move time, you become more free and it's less pressure on you when you remove time.
What are some of the advice you're gonna give Caribbean women to shift from this survival mood into like building long term wealth? Because most people when they have business
Right.
today, you see them, it's like, oh, I have to pay the bills. I have to do. It's like survival thing. How do you move them
Yeah.
from that to building the
Yeah.
wealth?
You have to change your inner dialogue, number one, because a lot of women say, I'm just trying to pay my bills, it's just a hustle. So, what you tell yourself, what you say to yourself is what is going to manifest for you. So, you really have to change your mindset and you have to speak to yourself and speak into the place where you want to be as if you're already there, right? I am a millionaire. Yeah, whether it's in the bank or not, I already am. I am wealthy. I am successful. My brand is global. And that's how I operate. So every step that I take moves me into that position closer and closer. So my dreams are not afar off. My dream is very cemented, right? Change your dialogue, change your words, change your circle, speak less to people, stop sharing with everyone, write down what it is you want to do, read a book a month with persons who've already done what you're trying to do. Surround yourself with mentors who
Hmm.
have information. Yeah.
What are some of the common mistakes then that these women make when trying to grow their business or their income?
Yeah, so women love to shop. So women shop a lot. So as soon as they see a little 10K, they're ready. They're out there. We have this too when we say I work hard whole week, so I deserve, to drink a
Yeah.
beer. So that is a big mistake. The hairdresser and the nail tech is a big mistake early on, and thinking that you have and not reinvesting. That's a huge mistake. You always operate for the first 3 to 5 years as if you work for like $4,000 or $5,000 a month because the money doesn't belong to you, the money belongs to the business.
Correct, correct. So tell me a little bit now more about Select Fit.
We sell shapewear. We sell a line of shapewear geared towards Caribbean women because we are shaped and built differently than the rest of the world. So my brand, provides support to women where we have like our back fat, the size butt that we have, our size ties, and it's geared towards giving women and men because I have a men's line as well, confidence. So when we dress, the bulges are not there. I also have a slim line which is Selected Health Solutions, which is my swim tees and gummies and stuff, which I sell throughout the world. You can get it on Shopify as well. That's what we do, yeah. Yeah, so we are on Shopify, but I'm presently right now have a guy from the Philippines redoing the site for me. So it should be up within the next 2 weeks because it's in maintenance mode to upgrade the site. With ChatGPT now, everything has to be upgraded. So that's it. But for right now, anybody who wants anything, they just send a message to the 868-726-0689 number and we ship throughout the world with DHL.
So in terms of like Facebook, TikTok, anything where they could get Any social media
Yeah, all my
presence?
social media, Select Fit Shapewear. Select Fit Shapewear, SELECFIT Shapewear. We are on every single platform. We're very easy to find.
What is your final advice to women who are now starting out, thinking about starting? What kind of advice would you give to them?
I would say to forget your history, forget your past, and focus on your why. Focus on your why, focus on your what, and the how will come. Stop studying how am I going to do this and where am I going to get the money from. That things would fall into place. Have a very strong why and a very strong what. And find something that you're really passionate about. When you get into it, your paws raise. You work for 24 hours, you don't even know the time.
That's right.
That is the area to go into.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Michelle. We appreciate having you today. And I am
You're
quite sure a lot
welcome.
of persons are going to look forward to going to that site when you get it back up. Check the social medias. Give me them handles one more time so that just in case people need to check out you on
So
social
it's
media.
Selected Shapewear on any social media, SELECFIT Shapewear on any social media, or you just Google Michelle Batiste Trinidad and everything will come up for you.
All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate having you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.